Hello, gamers, and welcome to Xbot and Pony. My name is Phil.
My name is Nick.
And boy, oh boy, is there plenty of info this week, isn't there, Nick? We got lots of cool stuff to discuss.
Yeah, plenty to talk about. It's been a good week, actually.
It has, yeah. So start us off, man. What have we got to talk about?
Okay, first off, we'll start with Crash 4, a new Crash game, which is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on the 2nd of October. And yep, oh, look at this show and tell again. There it is. Look at that. Ah, he's all set, all prepared. That's so good.
So, as a casual Crash Bandicoot fan, I'm seriously excited about this. This is so cool.
It looks
Crash
so
Bandicoot 4, man.
I know.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
It's yeah, very good, very good. I can't wait. And technically, it's an exclusive to the Series X because it's not coming to PS5. How's that? It's technicality there, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Very nice.
But yeah, no, it looks good. Like the trailer looked good. It's from Toys from Bob, the guys that did the Skylanders games.
They did, yeah. I think they've proven themselves pretty well, actually. They're pretty reliable. They stay faithful to what made the originals good. So from what I've seen, I'm sold, man. I'm completely sold.
Yeah.
It looks like it will control and look and feel a bit like the old ones, but at the same time, modernizing it a little bit, giving it its own personality. Yeah.
It looked really good. Multiple characters to play as too. So, yeah, I'm very excited actually. It's definitely on my to-get list. So.
Oh yeah, day one for sure.
And then we had some other news, which is interesting to discuss, is Tales of Arise got delayed. So the Tales of series are Japanese RPGs, smaller titles, but very big following. It's been delayed till 2021 due to COVID. So obviously not exactly what we want to hear. And surprisingly enough, it's a Japanese game and developed there. So I think this is the beginning of a few games we'll see. Probably games that were slated for early next year might get pushed to the end of the year due to what's happening in the world, which is to be expected. But hopefully we don't see too many of these pop up.
No. I think you might find as well, that, I mean, obviously a huge generalization here, but just the work ethic in Japan.
Yeah.
It's such that actually it's quite difficult for them to work from home, and a lot of them aren't actually set up to work from home. But yeah, so I'm guessing this isn't going to be the first or the last kind of thing, you know, or the only one or the last one. Maybe that's what's happening with Nintendo. Is what's setting them back a little bit.
So. Yeah, don't see much. It's just Twitter announcements at the moment. Even from Pokemon Company, it's been Twitter announcements. So hopefully in the next couple of months they can fix that up and get some more news out for us. But yeah, it's difficult in this environment. And we'll talk a little bit later about Phil Spencer. He also mentioned that as well. So it's one of those things where everyone's struggling to cope and adapt. And I think everyone's going okay at the moment. I don't think it's been bad the way the news has been spread out. I think it's not too bad getting drip-fed information instead of having one big week of everything. I think it's a bit more exciting for us. We've got 3 full months to get a lot of information into us each week. So it makes it a little bit better for this podcast of ours as well.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, please.
All right, what's next?
And then we had New Game Plus was another show which shows off a lot of indies. We have there was obviously a lot of games announced. We're not going to go over all of them, but check out the trailers on YouTube. But notable ones was Blood of the Moon sequel. Looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, that was. Did you play the first one on that one?
I did, yeah, and you were the one that was telling me about that as well. You're pretty hyped. So yeah, I played the first one.
I was quite surprised, yeah, because like it was meant to be the spin-off of Bloodstained, right? Was it Bloodstained?
Yes.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed it. It felt like a proper old school NES Metroidvania, and it was great fun. So yeah, I'm glad it's getting a sequel.
Yeah,
it deserves more love.
It was on Game Pass actually. I downloaded on Game Pass and had a bit of a go. So I had a little go on the Switch, but it was a bit average on the Switch. I think they've fixed that now with a patch, but the game had bugs in it where you couldn't play it. So, but that's all been fixed up. So, did you get it on the Switch?
I played it on the Switch. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So I'm sure they fixed all that stuff up. But yeah, when I first started to play it, I held off because people were saying don't play, it'll get corrupted and you won't be able to go further forward or something. So I held off.
Bloodstained or Blood of the Moon?
Or maybe it was the first. Yeah, maybe it was the other.
Yeah, because Bloodstained definitely had some issues.
Bloodstained did, not Blood of the Moon. Sorry. Actually, you're right. No, Blood of the Moon worked fine. Yes, I'm getting them mixed up. Yeah. But the sequel looks good. They showed off some gameplay, which was good. And fairly interesting. The other game, which wasn't shown but was shown.
Oh, Suda, you troll!
Yes. And he's
total troll.
He trolls a lot. No More Heroes 3. Gameplay was shown, but his big head was put in the way. No offense, not saying he has a big head. His head was taking up the whole screen, and you could only see the sides of what was going on. So technically, the first gameplay we're seeing.
What I could make out, it looked good.
Looks good from what I could see.
There are occasional flashes of oh, that's embarrassing. I've forgotten the guy's name. Travis Touchdown. Thank you. Yeah, you could see sort of flashes of him rolling around and things, and you could see the beam going and things like that. So you could see where it was heading. So I don't know. But what a troll! What a troll!
Gives us hope that it is a release this year too. So hopefully we get a few more Switch games towards the end of the year, which is interesting. So yeah, nothing huge or mind blowing from that New Game Plus thing, which we didn't expect there would be. But there was the other event, which Sega didn't announce anything either. So they were supposed to be there and nothing happened.
Nope.
So I'm going to put my little Xbot hat on and hope that Sega has something to announce in July with Microsoft. Let's just wait and see. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Nice to see something pop up there. Not saying exclusive or anything. I'm just saying something coming from Sega shown in the Xbox event, which would be nice because they've been pretty close lately with all the new announcements.
Is that knockoff version of Sega? Is that like the version you find on the bottom shelf in the supermarket?
I know I'm saying it wrong, and I used to correct my mates when I was younger, and it's just bad habit. Hey, it's just bad habit.
It's like buying Kologs or something, from the supermarket.
Exactly.
Keylogs.
Yeah. We might do
I'm going to tease you forever, man. So just get used to it.
Yeah, we might do a few videos on what we say differently later on, or a few comparisons later on in a discussion video.
Is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft. It's totally Ubisoft. Although it's a French company, so if I'm being really picky, it should be Ubisoft.
Yes. Yeah, they do get asked that. You see in a few interviews, they get asked, how do you pronounce it? And I think I've seen different ways from different Ubisoft employees in the past, but you get the American ones and then the French ones, and it's all pronounced differently. So
yeah, and some people say Microsoft and some people say microcrap. So like
exactly.
It just depends on where you're from in the world, really.
It does, yeah.
All right, sorry. What's on next? What else we got?
I'll hand this one over to you. The Min Min announced for Smash. What was your impression on that?
So we obviously knew that this was coming. They said it was going to be towards the end of June, and they've announced that it's going to be released later on next week. All right, so that's pretty exciting for Smash fans. Min Min is a character from ARMS. I don't know. Have you given ARMS a go?
About 3 minutes. Just being honest, 3 minutes.
Not your thing.
Wasn't my thing. Not a bad game. I really did see that there's potential there, and there's a big fan base out there. So it just wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's a cute little game. It's very Nintendo. I was pleased that they had some new IP for once.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, it's apparently quite a dedicated fan base to it. A lot of those fans seem really excited for it. So I'm glad that there's some newer representation in Smash, which is good. But I'm guessing some of the older fans were probably a little bit disappointed. They would have wanted something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. The things that were more interesting to me, again, as an old man gamer, is in that reveal they actually had Captain Falcon eating ramen, and it made me go, "Oh, is this a potential tease for an F-Zero return?" Because Nintendo's done similar things with Smash. They had that Luigi's Mansion tease within the Smash trailer, and they had the Animal Crossing tease the Animal Crossing announcements. I was like, "Ooh, a new F-Zero. Could it happen?"
Well, it should happen. It should happen. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
Give us F-Zero. Give us 1080. Give us Wave Race. Give us all of them.
Oh, just give me all the stuff, please.
I just want all the stuff. Give it all.
Give me all the things I want now, Nintendo.
That's how it should be. Why do they not listen? Come on.
Yeah.
Are they a business or something? Are they only after their own interests?
Who wants to make money?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just give me what I want. I'll go buy 10 copies. That'll cover the costs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see another character, and they keep rolling out DLC for Smash, and it is the definitive version of any Smash Bros. Games you'll ever play. So, very good, very good. The next bit of news is it's a bit of a double whammy here. Cyberpunk. So we got impressions, but they also announced an anime is coming to Netflix, 10 episodes in 2022, which is pretty exciting. So they really are going to be pushing the universe of Cyberpunk, and especially going into 2022. So we'll get the base game come out end of this year in November, and then we'll get the updated versions for the next-gen consoles in 2021, and then we'll get an anime on Netflix the year after. So they're really pushing it. And the game itself looks really good. It really does.
I say that I'm quite hopeful for that Netflix show.
Oh yeah,
Netflix overall has been reasonably good when it comes to their video game stuff. So The Witcher was pretty good. Castlevania was pretty good. So fingers crossed that Cyberpunk will turn out all right as well.
It'll be fine. I reckon it'd be good, and it's not being rushed. I mean, it's a fair bit out, so it looks like they're going to take their time with it and a couple of years and keep that ball rolling. And it's a massive RPG. It's not a game that you play for a month or so. People are going to be playing this game for a couple of years down the track. They said they're going to support it for many years to come. So, but honestly, more impressive than Witcher 3, in my opinion. I think it looks a lot more polished than Witcher 3. I honestly think they went first-person route to probably get rid of some of the control issues around their previous games. Not saying they're bad, but they're a little clunky. So by going first-person, that kind of eliminates that, which was interesting because the car segments, you go back and you see the outside of the car. So, but yeah, visually looks amazing. That game looks amazing visually. Looks like a full-on Grand Theft Auto, but with a lot of RPG elements put into it.
Cool. I haven't had a chance to see that footage yet. So as soon as we're done, I'm going to go check it out. Is there anything that I should get excited for or keep my eyes peeled for?
You can actually change the size of your genitals.
Oh, well, that's useful. I'm glad,
And 6 different colours of pubic hair. I mean, why wouldn't you want this game?
Who wouldn't want pink and blue pubes? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Pink? Oh, each to his own, each to his own.
I know what the ladies like. Well, all right. I'll look out for that.
So, I'll do that. Looks like it's got a lot of Watch Dogs technology gone into it with surveillance and, investigating crimes and stuff like that, and very violent, very gory, a lot of sexual stuff in it as well. So it's definitely an adults-only game, but they're pushing it, and it looks really impressive. It looks solid gameplay, decent story, and I probably wasn't going to pick it up at the end of this year. I was going to wait and get it on the next-gen systems, but I probably will end up picking it up before I get the Series X. So wait and see.
And what's our last bit of news for us today?
The last bit of news is Phil Spencer just did an interview, head of Xbox division. So there's a couple of quotes here. We won't spend too much time on it. We spoke a fair bit of Xbox recently, but it involves Sony as well. So I thought it was worth talking about because obviously the biggest thing we're waiting for at the moment is the next conference, or it's a live show from Xbox in July. So that's what we're waiting for. So they're talking about Sony's event they had and what's coming up. So Phil said, just to be honest, I felt good after seeing Sony's show. I think the hardware advantages that we've built into are going to show up, and we're going to talk more about our games and frame rates and other things. I thought the games lineup we have at launch, and he feels really good about that. So he feels good and confident with the games launch lineup. I haven't seen Xbox this confident since the 360. I mean, they were pretty shy when they come in with the Xbox. They were confident with the 360. They were overly confident with the Xbox One and arrogant. They're not being arrogant here. They're just being confident. He then went on to say, Sony did a great job with their event. I'll also say, as a gamer, it's nice to see both of us out there and competing. I think that competition leads to better outcomes with both companies, and I love that. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to support each other.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. I don't care what side you're on. That is definitely a positive message. That's what everyone really should be feeling. Yeah. If all three companies are succeeding, then the whole industry is succeeding, and there's only benefits for us as gamers. We just end up with better and better games. So amen, Phil. I'm proud of you, man.
And I don't have that here, but he did mention that he messaged Jim Ryan from Sony and congratulating him on doing an event in this current climate, because it's very difficult at the moment to get anything done. So very surprising that they said July is going to be a live show, because nobody's doing that at the moment. So I think that's a bit risky, but again, shows a bit of confidence. They basically said our teams are working hard to get our July show lineup. We've taken feedback from the last event in May, and people are going to be really pleased with what we are showing here. And then he goes back to
gameplay.
And he says that here, which is good. So we need to hope that he sticks to his words here. He's very confident. So I think they've done a good job talking about Sony. They do what they do, and they do it very well. And they just did that. But when I think about the position Xbox is in, and with the games we're going to show, with the hardware advantage we have, I think we're in a very good position. So I feel good about July and the gameplay we are going to be showing there. So they're very confident with July, which I was getting a little bit down here with my confidence and my expectations. And now I don't want to go up here because that'll disappoint me, but I'm about up here now. So I'm a little bit more confident after that interview. And I think anybody that's a gamer should be confident that we should be seeing some good games.
Sounds good. I really hope so. I mean, like the skeptic in me is always, well, that's his job, right? He's a marketer, 100%. And he's always going to put a positive spin on everything. But that does sound really reassuring, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, I get that that's the whole point of why he's doing the interview, and he needs to make sure that everyone's excited and feeling positive about the brand. But I'm inclined to believe him. I really am.
It's funny though. So Phil is actually the big boss of Xbox. Aaron Greenberg is actually the marketing director. But Phil's been doing a lot more than Aaron. So
he's the face, right? He's the face that everybody knows. He's the Reggie.
I think
of
exactly.
Xbox.
I think they've realized that Phil is more, without being disrespectful to Aaron, Phil is more likable on camera, to be honest. I think he comes across less nerdy. And it's better to probably have somebody like him out there talking about it, because he's everybody's boss. He runs that thing. So no, I am. I'm a bit more confident that we're going to see good games shown. They're not going to show everything, obviously. That's just silly. They're a business, but we should get some good games. And in the last couple of years, they've ticked every single box coming back from where they were, except for games. So this is their chance.
Just gotta hit it home.
They just got to boom, hit it out the park. So well, that's enough about Xbox and Phil. But time shouldn't be too long, and we'll get a date in July. We don't have a date yet, but we should get a date soon. So fingers crossed, it's not too far away, and we'll have a lot more games to show off and talk about.
Sounds good to me, man. Well, that's it for this week, gamers. Why don't you let us know below in the comment section what you thought? What are you excited for? Are you like me and a little bit excited for Crash Bandicoot 4? Or are you excited for the new Cyberpunk anime? Maybe you're a little bit disappointed that we're not going to get to see the new Tales game this year. Let us know below.
Like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Booga booga.
Bye.
Bye. Let us know below.
Yep, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. My bloody phone. 1 second.